My watch list is deep. It's so great. It makes me so happy.
This is what we've been after, is
The
getting
BAT
Randy to share
app.
What's your number?
Watch
How
list.
many cars are on Randy's watch list?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like a dozen. Nice dozen plus or minus 2 usually. And that has to turn over every week to keep that up, right? Have we not talked about the GT40 Mark IV? Has that not been talked about?
It has not been spoken of.
Not spoken of. It's like $425,000. Anyway,
It's
very,
a Mark,
very interesting car.
Mark IV, right?
You got to go read up on it. It's got 170 comments on it, and people are chatting about it. And I reached out to a guy I know who has a Mark IV, one of these later sort of continuation Mark IVs, and ran it at the Le Mans Classic when I was there a couple years ago. Great fan of BAT. And he said, this is a good car. You should go read into the history of it. It's very cool. So anyway, it is very cool. But I am full whiplash after that. Next thing on my watch list is a 1994 Chevy Suburban diesel 2500 with 35,000 miles. That was a fire brigade chief truck.
What?
Which is maybe the best thing you'll ever
Look
see.
at that. Two-tone.
Or drive around in. It's
Light
like,
bar on top?
It's perfect, and it has no miles, and the bid is at $8,000.
Oh, man. You know, that
And
thing
it's no reserve.
sat
It's
in
sat.
over
That's
on
the
the
problem.
side of...
That's the problem, that it's sat, but it was the chief, so it probably didn't get beat up too bad. Anyway, I am all about that. And
That's an Idaho rig, or what's that?
No, that's a man, SF. That's a drive it wherever you want. But there's a little weirdness around people thinking you're a fire chief, so I don't really know how you manage that. But
Free parking.
I haven't gotten that far
That's
ahead.
how Randy's going to circumvent that thing where you
In the
can't
game
park
plan?
on corners anymore in San Francisco.
Yeah. Then, have you guys seen the P1800, or I guess
No.
1800E, dark
Huh.
green? Original owner was a musician in the Grateful Dead.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Did you see that?
No.
That's live right now. Somebody ought to buy this car. I really want it. It's in Texas. Should I throw the lot number out there so we can link to it? Whoa, nice lot number. 183,000.
Oh, even. Dead even.
183,000.
Ron Pigpen McKernan. Not
Yes.
familiar with that
No.
Grateful Dead
That's
member.
the Dead member. Maybe obscure, but anyway.
Dude, he passed away in 72.
Yeah, and it's a 72 car. So he had it brand new and
Wow.
for like no time, and then it moved on. Those are super cool cars. I'm not a huge Deadhead. No surprise to anybody. But I would listen to a few tunes and drive that thing, and
Scarlet Begonias.
that thing's rad. Look at that car,
So
right?
awesome.
A coupe on Mini Light-esque wheels in dark green, black interior.
Are the
Manual?
E's the one that are made in England, or is that the P's?
No. Then
It's
I
the
think it
early
means
ones
fuel
are-
injection.
Early ones are Jensen in
Gotcha.
England.
E
right.
means fuel injection, doesn't
Correct.
it?
This
Anyway,
is D-Jetronic.
Yeah.
Has an Iski cam.
let's go,
Dude,
Iskanderian.
Iskanderian.
Well, couple KYBs thrown on that
Yeah.
thing. Anyway.
I bet there's some IPD parts
IPD
around
exhaust.
here.
It does have IPD exhaust. Good guess. Anyway, that's a very cool
That's
car.
a really good car.
I can keep going on watch lists, and then I'll just leave you with a bomb drop. The Magnum P.I.
Oh, yes.
308 sold for 115,000.
Yes.
That's a little Tom Selleck premium on
yes.
that one.
Oh, yes.
Some debate in the comments of people saying, prove it. Is it the real one? There's a note from Massini saying these are the chassis in the show, and this is the youngest of the chassis numbers in the show.
How many do they list?
Like
They
numerous.
must have used a bunch.
And there's
yeah.
also some controversy. Did you guys read this? There's some controversy around. We said in the text, I think, that a Fiero rebody was also used in the show. And somebody got on and said, blasphemer. That was never done. But I think we probably mean they probably had like a big accident
It was
in
like
the
crash
show.
one.
When they're
Yeah,
gonna
ones you
crash
track.
When they
They're not
crash
gonna-
it,
yeah,
they do
of
it on a
course.
Fiero, but somebody was like, how dare you say any of the Magnum cars were not a Ferrari? And we said it in the text. I don't think it was the seller. I think we said it.
Interesting.
And I'm sure they rolled it, or it blew up.
Or they cut it apart to do interior shots.
They
and all
did that with the General Lees. I've seen a picture. There was like 20 General Lees running
Oh,
because
no,
they had to
there's so
smash
many.
so many
No,
of
but,
them. Yeah.
but fake. The fact that they did it
Correct.
fake
Yeah,
is what was disputed. Not that there were a bunch of them, but more that it was fake. But anyway, I don't-
93,000
and I'll
miles
say-
on that car too.
I'll say quickly, they listed the chassis number that the car has history of being yellow. They're supposedly Rick from that show. He like bought the original car or whatever. Anyway, and he said it was red. This one's yellow. So anyway, there's a very vibrant. How many comments on that one?
219.
200 comments of people kind of arguing over whether it was legit or not. And I don't know where they landed.
Dude,
but
that's BAT at its best. I love that stuff.
it was pretty great. 44 bids and 219 comments, and whoever ended up winning it, which I should also go look at.
31,000 views.
Anyway, what a fascinating deal. And it's one of the chassis on the list of Magnum cars, allegedly. I'll lean out there and say allegedly. I don't know.
I think it's pretty legit compared to how many people do you think drive around in GTS 308s and claim it's one of the cars?
Yeah, there's 100 owners claim it was in the show.
Most common claim about a red 308 GTS.
Yep.
I love that one.
Anyway,